Hi, my name is Ashwin, and today I'm here to talk about my second milestone for my Bluestem project. As I talked about in my last video, my second milestone was all about finishing the coding and implementing all the APIs that I wanted to add. Continuing to use React, I was able to finish my 3 main pages that I had designed back in milestone 1, and I was able to implement 2 of the initial. So as you can see, this is one of my 3 pages that I want to implement. It's somewhat similar code to the last page that you guys saw in the last video, except this one instead has the date and the time in the left and right corners, and basically I used the same code to do that. I just styled it differently using Flexbox. So here's the first page. You might it's somewhat familiar, but it has like a greeting in the middle, which changes every day, the time and the date, and a to-do list. So the to-do list, I use something called Google Firebase, and what that does is it's a serverless database which I can connect to and add to-dos and display them on my screen. So my third page has all the APIs that I wanted to work on, and so there's a weather API in the left corner and then a quote API in the right corner. So I had a lot of problems doing this because I've never worked with APIs before and had a lot of debugging to do in order to actually fully implement it. So the weather updates every 30 minutes, I think, and so what it does is it displays the temperature, a brief description, the humidity, and the wind speed, as well as gives a tiny little icon. The quote gives the author as well as a daily quote, and every time I load up the page, it gives me a new random quote from a random author, which I think is really nice. So as you can see here, this is the code I had to write in order to properly implement my APIs. So because I had a lot of errors in the front end, I had to make a new folder called the back end, which basically does it behind the scenes, and I created my own server and API to pull data from my APIs. So that was really cool to learn. I had to learn about Express and Node and a lot of other features which I had never seen before. So it was really cool to learn, and I was able to use this to implement my APIs that you saw in my last section. So just briefly, my third milestone is all about finishing my project. So one of the problems that I had was I'm not able to talk between another computer or my phone to the smart mirror. So in order to do that, I realized I have to create a new app to be able to connect the two together. And so stay tuned for that in my third milestone. Thank you.